सीधे चलते हैं लोकसभा, जहां पर सर्बानंद सोनोवाल केंद्रीय मंत्री इस समय एक जवाब दे रहे हैं।
Modi ji, through his visionary initiative of ushering transformation through reforms, has repealed more than 1,500 old and redundant laws, replacing them with updated, simple and rationalized modern law in harmony with the latest global best practices. This has streamlined our legal system, ushered in ease of understanding, heralded ease of doing business, and promoted effective governance. Respected sir, the origin of maritime law, let me remember about the past, how this kind of legislation had been enacted. The origin of the maritime law, also known as admiralty law, can be traced back to ancient civilization, where trade by sea was vital for commerce. Unwritten customs of maritime law date back to ancient societies like the Greek and Roman. Sorry. The earliest maritime code was the Rhodian Sea Law, approximately 900 to 300 BC, which originated in the Greek island of Rhodes, which is considered a precursor to modern maritime law. Sir, various aspects of the maritime and shipping sector are governed by different legislation. For example, merchant shipping is governed by the Merchant Shipping Act 1958. Inland vessels are governed by the Inland Vessel Act 2021. Indian Port Act 1908 relates to ports. Administration and management of the major port is governed by the Major Port Authority Act 2021, among others. It is important to note that the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways has recently introduced, as I have already mentioned, the bill to repeal and replace some of these acts, which will be taken up by the House in the near future. The Merchant Shipping Bill and the Coastal Shipping Bill aim to strengthen India's global maritime presence. The bills of lading has been passed by the esteemed House. I would like to express my gratitude for the cooperation of the members. Today, we are discussing the Carriage of Goods by Sea Bill 2024. The Carriage of Goods Bill by Sea 2024 has been moved for consideration of the House to repeal Pre-Constitution Act, that is Indian Carriage of Goods by Sea Act 1925. For the benefit of the honourable members, I would like to briefly give the background of the existing law. The Act of 1925 is substantially based on the International Convention for the unification of certain rules of law relating to Bill of Lading of August 1924, which are called Hague Rules. This convention was amended by the Brussels Protocol of February 1968, which is called Visby Rules. With increase in trade, the inclusion of With increase in trade, the inclusion of terms of contract on bill of lading for the delivery to and receipt of goods by ship became a customary trade practice. Over time, clauses limiting carrier liability for damage or loss were added, often in favor of the carrier. In simple words, these terms and conditions were more tilted in favor of the carrier, not the shipper. This resulted in inconsistent practices regarding the liability of carriers for damages or loss to goods shipped by sea. This led to discrimination between countries in regards to the condition on which the goods were carried by sea, and there was uncertainty about the liabilities which were attached to the carrier. Accordingly, the Hague Rules of 1924 came into existence to align the different commercial interests of countries which handle bill of lading for uniformity in substantive law of all maritime countries. The Act was passed by British regime in the year of 1925.